I talked to my wife a lot about it, because she's worried. Of course,
For
she's
sure.
not in the business, right?
Yeah.
And I tell her like, this is what makes America great is, someone like me can go and get a loan for $120 million to buy a property. It's amazing, Like, I'm not Goldman Sachs, I'm not Blackstone, I'm just Jerome.
Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Raymond Tsai. Today we're going to do an interview with Jerome Yuan.
So I've been in the real estate industry for the past 15 years, mainly investing in hotels across the country, in the US. It's a family business. I work with my father and my uncle. Currently we have 7 hotels.
Okay, so first of all, how did you guys get into the hotel investment business?
My father was in real estate back in the 80s and 90s. He got out of real estate to focus on trading, import, export business in the garment industry.
Okay.
And then in 2009, the last great recession, we started to look around to jump back into real estate. So we looked at all different types of real estate. We went to Las Vegas to look at foreclosed homes where, down the street you can see signs of foreclosure. We looked at office buildings.
I'm glad you didn't go into office buildings.
Yeah, no, definitely. After looking around, we saw hotels as one asset class we thought that can bounce back the fastest because the room rates we get to adjust on a daily basis. Right?
Okay.
So like retail or office, it's a long-term lease.
Right.
And so you're stuck with, 5-year lease. Our first hotel that we purchased was in 2010. It was a pretty big deal because nobody was buying hotels. No one's really buying real estate in 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And so we kind of made some news locally in Los Angeles, like, who are these guys buying hotels?
Did you guys buy it yourself? Use your own money, or you raise funds for that?
Yeah, that was definitely a high net worth individual that we partner with.
How did he or she trust you guys for your first one? I mean, that's the one kind of experimental one, right?
Yeah. I'm very grateful for their trust, right?
Okay.
That was their first investment in the US. It was a Chinese national. My father, personal relationship. Yeah, we actually financed that hotel with Bank of China. So they're much more comfortable, obviously, than, listening to us. But yeah.
I like the idea that a lot of times especially when it's commercial real estate, the best partner you can have is actually the lender, because they do their due diligence so thorough and detailed, more than we do ourselves.
Definitely. Yeah. They're very conservative. They always look at the worst case scenario,
right?
Where we're more like,
let's go for it.
Yeah, opportunistic. I'm like,
we see the good side.
Yes,
and
very more optimistic. Right?
Yeah.
Is it timing, or is it the market timing, or is it like, did we make some
really smart decision?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's hard.
It's funny you say that, because I think most people I interview and talk to, a lot of them just say, you know what, it's just timing. Your skill, your experience, your underwriting, your due diligence can give you an edge.
Right.
But then a lot of times the timing and the market determines everything.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. And then 2019 is when we sold the Doubletree, Salt Lake City.
Tell us about that one. So how you guys did it was you wrapped a few hotels together, and then and then founded a REIT.
Yes.
But you did not go public in the US.
Right.
You did it in Singapore.
Yes.
Because the multiplier is different.
Right. There's definitely an arbitrage between the US market and Asia. A couple of reasons why we did it in Asia. Right? One, we have some Asian background.
Okay.
We've done business over there before. The other reason really is in Asia, they don't have a lot of REITs that have US assets. So they have REITs that own assets in China and Hong Kong, Taiwan, all that stuff, but no like US REITs. We would have been one of the first purely US hotel REITs over there. So we thought it's a good selling
good story too.
Yeah,
it's a good story.
Definitely.
It's always about the story.
Yeah, it really is. Asian investor really likes real estate. Like
more than the U.S. investors.
More than U.S. investors. Yeah, much more. They like, they give developers in Asia like a big multiple because of growth.
The growth.
Yeah.
That's a few Chinese saying like 有土是有财，寸土寸金. I think for Chinese, like Asian background, land means everything. Almost like a certainty and then something to leave as a legacy. Before we talk about the challenge for pandemic,
Sure.
I do want to ask, because on the Doubletree Hotel, like you point a few things. You told me to look up. Like few things you guys did is one, you added Starbucks there. What I actually want to ask is, how do you kind of increase the revenue for a hotel?
We added a Starbucks to the lobby area. That location is pretty good. There's an office park, and then it's by the airport.
Right.
And so, people rushing to get to the airport in the morning will just grab Starbucks and go and drink. The office, people will come as well because we're the only kind of Starbucks in the area. Every hotel has ways to increase the value, increase the revenue. It depends on the previous owner.
How bad they did.
How bad.
the worse they did.
Yeah.
The
worse
better, the more room you have.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is like sometimes it's like such easy
fix.
Yes, such easy fix. The owner's like an old man. He wants to retire. He's not lazy, but he's just
doesn't really give a.
Yeah, he made his money. He's happy. So like one hotel we bought, he closed down half the hotel and only opened 100 rooms. And what we did when we took over is we opened up the whole hotel.
And then revenue doubled?
And then revenue doubled, exactly.
That's interesting.
We did nothing, yeah. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, that was just, one example. Like any other value add real estate, we renovate the rooms, renovate the public space. We try to hire the right people because the funny thing about hotels is almost 50% real estate, 50% operation.
I remember you guys, like lenders approved the loan and then rejected.
Yep.
And then there's no reason.
Yeah. Because
they don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, they don't feel comfortable. I mean, maybe they knew like the government was going to shut down.
Okay.
When we purchased that hotel, we purchased it before even there was a vaccine for COVID. There's no travel, there's nothing, like lenders weren't lending, right? But we found a lender, a private equity fund, they believed in our story, they believe
can make it happen.
Yeah. But they also made us pay for it.
How much was the interest? Is that confidential?
No, it's not. It's fine. So it was a senior and a mezzanine loan. I think blended, the interest rate was close to 18 to 19%.
That's like a credit card interest rate.
Yeah, like even more expensive.
And that's a large
$120 million loan.
$120 million on 18% interest.
Yeah. So to survive from 2021.
I'm sorry, even I'm the investor, I cannot stop laughing. How did you sleep at night for that?
It's tough. It's very, very tough. I mean, that's just the loan, right? I have investors, so like we have $30-40 million of equity, and majority of that money is like me and my father.
Your own money.
Yeah, our own money to get that deal closed.
Wow.
So, yes, very hard to sleep at night.
Wow. Yes. I'm curious, why do you guys prefer Marriott and Doubletree? I think this is two brands that you guys go into a lot.
Right. Yes. Marriott is probably or is the largest hotel brand in terms of membership.
Right.
So the membership loyalty program, there's a customer base already.
Got it.
Yes.
And that's the reason.
I mean, they charge a lot.
Right.
Royalty.
For that brand.
Yeah, for that brand. But I feel like it's worth it, right? We don't have, if we're an independent hotel, we have to spend a lot more on marketing, sales.
Like for a hotel, how easy would it be for you to liquidate? Like liquidation risk is another thing I always look at.
Yeah, I think.
Is it easy to sell?
I think it's less liquid than other real estate. Really.
Got it.
There's a very small kind of pool of buyers for hotels just because it's a very niche market.
Right.
Where like residential real estate, like everybody's
buying
needs to live in a home. But I would say there are public REITs, there are a lot of private equity, there are a lot of high net worth. They all own hotels, right?
Really? High net worth people own hotels?
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Yes.
Do they own hotel for the return or more like a legacy? They can drive by and say, I own this.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one?
I think it's both, right?
Right.
Think, so like, Bill Gates is a majority owner or owns most of the Four Seasons.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I love Four Seasons.
I know, it's a great, fantastic brand. Yeah, so like if you look at a lot of these high net worth people, they like hotels. Maybe it's legacy, maybe it's bragging rights, or I don't know.
I really think it's bragging rights.
Yeah, probably.
I want to go back to the syndication part, because how I got into this investment was through syndication. How do you guys explain deals to potential investors?
Oh, I think it depends also on the type of investor, right?
Right.
A lot of the syndications that we've been doing is like working professionals. They have high-paying jobs in tech and real estate and doctors. They just don't have time to invest themselves in real estate, but they're interested in real estate. So we'll come up with the offering memorandum, do a little webinar, seminar, a Q&A session with potential investors.
What are the risks in investing into syndication? Are there potential of losing every dollar you're investing? For sure.
Yes.
You can lose everything.
Yeah.
But what about the loans? Are they also liable for the loans?
No, they're not liable for any loans. They're basically limited partners.
Okay.
They're limited in their any liability. They're kind of limited in just their investment.
Their maximum damage is how much they invest.
Yes.
Okay. But when you're the sponsor, are you liable for the loans?
Of course. Yeah. I signed personal guarantees
For that.
Yeah.
For that 102 million on 18% interest rate.
Yeah.
So you personally guarantee that?
Personal guarantee. I talked to my wife a lot about it, because she's worried. Of course, she's not in the business, right?
Yeah.
And I just, I told her like, this is what makes America great is, someone like me can go and get a loan for $120 million to buy a property. It's amazing. I'm not Goldman Sachs. I'm not Blackstone. I'm just Jerome.
Yeah. But you got the right project. Then
Right.
There will be people who's willing to back it up.
Exactly.
That's a great saying.
Yeah.
Well, this is what makes America great.
Yes.
Yeah. You can get loan to buy real estate. There's not that many markets or countries will let you do a 5-10% down to buy a house. And then for commercial project as well, you can really use that leverage.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes the market more liquid also.
Right.
So a lot of transactions. So yeah, it's great for everybody.
I want to hear your insight too, like your kind of your 2 cents on hotel market.
I think in terms of hotel and real estate investment, I think our asset class will continue to do well in the coming years because, after COVID, the U.S. started traveling. International travel is the next thing to come back. That will help hotels
a lot. Oh, and speaking of that, this is San Pedro, right? How will LA Olympic gonna affect this one? What do you think?
Everyone does not like downtown LA because of all the homeless,
They're gonna
crime.
Do something about it for the Olympics.
It's gonna get cleaned up. 2026, Super Bowl is coming back. 2027, World Cup is coming to Los Angeles. And then 2028, Olympics.
Wow, so that's like the next 10 years.
Yeah,
line up
we're gonna-
with events.
Yes, Los Angeles is gonna benefit a lot, and hotels specifically because all the international travel is
Coming for that. Okay. I think that's really exciting news because downtown's real estate is dying.
Yeah.
Condos not selling. This is actually a good opportunity because if you
Great opportunity.
buy it now and wait till they make the street cleaner.
Yep.
I like to say in a more subtle way. Once they make the street clean,
Yes.
then the prices is gonna come back. People are not moving back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.